I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where I've been taking your requests for words you'd like help to pronounce in American English. Today's request was for the word virtuoso. Virtuoso was requested, but we're also going to cover the words virtue and virtuosity. And you'll hear how these words change, the syllable stress changes, the vowel sounds change, depending on which word we're talking about. So we'll look at spelling versus sounds and how to pronounce these smoothly and easily in your everyday speech. First of all, looking at virtue, this is an example of a word where the letters TU say the CH sound, the ch and the oo sound together. So there are some times where we have more of a tu sound. There are differences in different dialects of English. I'm talking about American English here, and we say chew in virtue. So I rewrote that part for you here with CHOO. You can also think about it like the word to chew, same pronunciation. We have first syllable stress in virtue, and so that and ver syllable is held longer. It's more important. The chew syllable is shorter and lighter, but it does still have a clear vowel. So we'll see we have a stressed If you have difficulty with the R sound in virtue, work on starting just from your R. So try ver, virtue. And you can get more help for the American R on our American R playlist. Also in our Sounds of English course on speechmodification.com. We go through all of the different vowel and consonant sounds of English to help you pronounce them correctly and to build a strong foundation for pronouncing any word you like. Okay, so in virtue, we have first syllable stress, virtue, long, short. Then when we change to virtuoso, our stress goes to the third syllable O. So we still have the same sounds of virtue in the first two syllables, but we're going to be shorter and quicker on them. So rather than virtue, we're going to have virtuoso, virtue. So you say your virtue part quickly, you lengthen and stress on, use a clear vowel on the O, and then lastly we have another O in the last syllable with an S sound, so. So you can, often what's helpful, I think, in changing rhythms or making sure you have the correct stress pattern in a word is to start on the stress syllable. So for virtuoso, I would just try O, oso, virtuoso. That really helps you get to that important syllable, use the correct rhythm and the correct length there. With O in American English, make sure that you're using a diphthong O. It's gliding from a more tense, rounded O to a more relaxed sound. So O, just close the jaw and relax the lips as you finish your O. True for both of the O's in virtuoso. Then lastly, when we move to virtuosity, we have another change where we again have the third syllable stress. So the letter O is stressed, but in this word, virtuosity, the letter O says the ah sound. So typically in American English, letter O is, when it's stressed, is going to be an ah. Sometimes it will also be an O like virtuoso. So you can use the same technique here. Start on your stress syllable, ah, osity, virtuosity. Also note that this letter T is going to say more like a D sound. It's a flap, so it's voiced, it's light and short, not virtuosity, but virtuosity, city. You can see we have a lax I sound and then a tense E sound at the end. We have a number of videos that can help you with this ITY ending. It can be a challenging pronunciation to get correct for non-native speakers because of those lax and tense vowels in close proximity. Once I can say virtue, virtuoso, and virtuosity by themselves, I do want to practice them in some short phrases so that they come naturally and easily to me in my everyday speech. So for many people, patience is virtue. That's a very common cliche or statement. He was a virtuoso. He was a virtuoso at the violin from a young age. And we like to see a lot of virtuosity among our society in hopes that we can improve. Okay, thank you so much for that request. If you have a request you'd like to see as part of our Word of the Day series, do feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day class, as well as on Friday, we'll have our live question and answer class. You can attend that, type your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you. If you'd like to get more help for pronunciation, I do recommend our free and inexpensive online courses on speechmodification.com. We have a Sounds of English course that I mentioned before that walks you through every sound of English and helps you to build a strong foundation for pronunciation. We also have a free Word of the Day course that has these videos for pronunciation as well as definitions for the words, so you can work on vocabulary and pronunciation together. And we have some American accent training courses that can help you sound more like a native speaker, reduce your accent, and improve your overall communication to be well understood in English. All of our courses are either free or under $2 to make them more accessible, and I hope you'll check those out on speechmodification.com. Looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and I hope you can attend our live class on Friday. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.